All right, it is showtime, and I am live with you guys again. Welcome, insurance brokers. It is very good to be here with you in this new episode of the Live with Ed, taking you to write 30 policies in 30 days. I'm excited with today's topic because basically today's topic is going to be about open your pocket because money is going to come in. Yes. All you need is 15 minutes. This is going to be short and sweet. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do on a quick campaign. You can actually do this campaign once per month. You can run this campaign. It's a short campaign. You run it for maybe 5, 6, 7 days. Maybe put $10 a day and you're off to the races. You're going to attract very warm insurance leads. And it doesn't matter if it is for auto insurance, health insurance, if it is for life insurance, it doesn't matter. It's going to work for every type of insurance. Is this something that is interesting to you? So let me know. Let me open the chat here. Hey guys, hey, let's write 30 in 30. If you're with me here, let me know. Send a 30 in 30 in the chat, and we're going to begin. By the way, if you're new here, if this is the first time that you're here, welcome. I want you to be a recurring visitor. Make yourself at home. My name is Ed, and what I do is I help insurance brokers to write policies every day. And the way that I do it is by showing how you can use Facebook, Google, all of even LinkedIn, or even the free strategies to attract leads to your pipeline, to your sales funnel. And so what you can expect is that I'm going to be here every Wednesday creating content for you so that you come back, you implement, and then you come back next Wednesday and let me know if what you did in the previous week worked. Sounds fair? So if this sounds fair, hit that like button over here. That's the only way I know that that you're excited. So give me that signal, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well, because if you don't, you have to rely on email, and you know how unreliable email is. So make sure that you subscribe. That way you're going to get notifications whenever I am live. All right, so let's talk about the campaign here that that I'm going to show you. So before I explain what we're going to be doing, so basically what we're going to be doing is a Facebook and Instagram campaign that targets a very specific type of audience that is always buying insurance, and all you're doing is really attracting their attention because of one point of one system variable here that we're going to identify. Now, identifying your audience is the key to make your ads work on Facebook. Many insurance brokers that work with me on my close mentoring groups, they come to me and they say, Ed, oh my God, I'm doing posts, I'm posting, and I'm posting every day, and I don't have any return. The people don't reach me, and I don't get any leads out of it. Or, Ed, you have to save me because all I get from my posts are tire kickers, people that they're just shopping and they don't want anything. They just want quotes and then they disappear. And the thing you have to understand is it is easy to be ignored when you are doing Facebook or Instagram marketing. Whenever you create your post and you publish it, you're just a swipe away from being ignored. And I hate to say like that, but the fact is you're competing. What you want when you're doing your post is attention. You want first attention and then you want action. But you're competing with content producers, you're competing with family of that person that is on their app, you're competing with funny videos, you're competing with a lot of other stuff out there. So that's the first thing. And the other one is all they have to do is swipe and your post is gone. They're never going to see it again. So you put all of that effort, you create your post and you put the logos of the companies that you represent, and then you add a styled quote now, and then you just get a swipe up and that's it, you're gone. Now, how do you fight that? Well, the first thing you have to realize is, why is someone on Facebook or Instagram? They're basically there for three reasons. They're there to be entertained. They're there to establish relationships as a social network, or they are going to be there to be educated, to learn something new. So the only shot that you have at winning this social media game is by doing one of those three things, or the three at the same time, which is what we're going to be doing now. And I've been doing this for a long time. And for the insurance industry per se, I have helped over 1,000 insurance brokers with this. So bear in me, I know where you should be focusing your efforts. And that's what we call the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your attention, of your efforts, should be on one thing. And I'm going to say what that thing is: ads. Your ads, what they see, what someone is going to see, is where you have to focus your attention on. Many insurance brokers, they come to me and they say, Ed, what is the target, the audience? What setting do I have to put here to make my ads work? And that's the 20 of the 80-20 rule. That's not the big lever that you're going to change your results. Your results are going to be really on your ad. And but you do understand what I'm talking about when I say segmentation with the 20% rule, right? It's basically showing your ad to a specific audience. And it's not about trying to find that audience. It's more about trying to eliminate who is not your audience, and then actually fine-tuning the algorithm to find people more likely to do the action that you're seeking. All right, so now that you know how important it is to know how to write ads, what are the rules of making ads? I want you to understand the rules, because when I'm actually going to do an ad today, but if you want to do one on your own, you can do it. So I gathered the what I call principles, the bare concepts that you have to know in order to create good ads. And the first principle is you have to speak as you're just basically talking to the person. And I don't mean this if you're doing videos, because we're actually not doing a video today. But you have to speak that your audience needs to understand that you're not being generic. You're talking to them. Take, for instance, my ads. When I invite you to this live session, I am specifically talking to insurance brokers, and I know their pains, and I know what they desire, and that's what I make it clear on my ads. And that's what you have to make it clear on your ads as well. So identify what pain or what desire they have that your insurance product, the one you're focusing on, is going to solve. Now, I was talking about the fact that you're just one swipe up away from being ignored. So you have to find a way to stop the scroll. The first thing someone sees when they're swiping their feed is to look at the image, the picture, or the video. So that microsecond, you only have a microsecond to stop the scroll. Therefore, that image needs to be a counterintuitive image. The more the more not normal, the better it's going to be. That's why when you do an ad that looks like an ad, you're going to be treated like an ad, which is you're going to be ignored. Now, the other thing you have to keep in mind is that your ad needs to be clear. Someone needs to look at the image, read the text, understand what you're saying. It's direct to the point, have a good copy, and then have a call to action. That's another principle. You have to have a call to action. People need to know what to do once they're done reading your copy, your text. And the last thing that I want you to understand on the principle is that you have to be interesting. Your offer, and what is an offer, is a reason for someone to contact you. Needs to be interesting. They need to be interested on that. If you're offering something that they don't want, they're not going to click. So it's not your ad, it's not Facebook that it's not working. Facebook is doing their job, which is to show the ad to an audience. Perhaps it's your offer that is not good enough. So I'm going to give you one example. There's I had a few friends, and we all went fishing. And one of the guys couldn't catch anything. Everybody was catching, and we were happy, and we're just drinking beers, but this guy was not. And when we went over there to see what was going on, he was using the wrong bait. So if you're using the wrong bait, your fishes, they're not going to be interested in getting hooked by what you're offering. So think about it. You need to have an interesting offer, and I'm going to help you write that offer. Now we're going to dive into the hands-on session of the class, and that's where I share my screen. But you need a few ingredients to make this work. So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating an ad that is going to congratulate someone on their birthday. So we're going to target people in your neighborhood, in your area, in your city, that their birthday is within the month. So the ad, the creative, is going to be a picture, and it's going to be a picture of you to establish relationship, to establish a few of the mental triggers like familiarity, the cognitive triggers, and it's going to be treated. I'm going to show you how we do that to stop the scroll. Now, and then you're going to have a birthday cake, and you're going to say, hey, I hear it's your birthday. Your birthday's coming. I have a gift for you. Let me know what you want. So we're going to be doing that, and don't worry, it's going to bring warm leads because of the way we do. But you need that picture, and that's where insurance brokers get all weary and my picture, and then relax. All you have to do is get your phone, take a picture, and that's all you need. Take a picture, maybe pointing, maybe do a funny face. Just think about stopping the scroll. Then we're going to send that picture to Canva. Canva is an online design application, and we're going to treat that photo. We're going to add some filters. Then we're going to go to the ad manager, create the ad, and then we're going to put maybe $6-10 a day to make it work. All right, how about that? Should we get started? Let me share my screen. Here we go. All right, so you can see my screen over here. Looks like this is working. Yeah, I remember last week I had a glitch on my system here. I was doing the campaign and it was not sharing. Anyway, so let's go ahead, go to canva.com. Canva.com, it's free. You're going to go here, and then let's do happy birthday. That's right over here, happy birthday. And then let's find a picture. Like this one looks good. Here, it's going to be happy birthday. Let's remove this here. Now, this picture doesn't have to be here. Let's delete. right, so let's move this over here because the picture that I have is pointing up like this. Actually, that's the picture that I use for today's thumbnail, right? You might have realized that. So I have a picture over here, and I said that we need to make it pop. So let's do a filter, and then all we have to do is make it stop the scroll, like this could stop the scroll, like black and white could stop the scroll, because normally that's not the type of picture that you see. Like this one looks good. Yeah, it adds, so you see the picture without the filter and with the filter. Right, so now we're going to go over here to elements. Let's do a birthday cake. All right, looks like I'm pointing to the birthday cake. So you see how counterintuitive this is going to be? This is a post that someone is going to see, and they're actually going to say, wow, that's different. Yeah, it's my birthday. What is this guy talking about? And then they're going to read the copy. That's what we want. The image, the add image, has only one sole function, which is to stop the scroll and make that person read what you're going to say in the text. All right, so let's go ahead and download. PNG is fine. It's going to do its magic. Let's save it here. Add. Got it. Let's close this. Don't need you anymore. And then let's go to your ad manager, create. Now, the campaign objective. We're going to go with lead generation. All right. So there are multiple objectives that would work here. If you have a landing page, you could do traffic, you could do messages, that would work as well. But lead generation, I think that's going to be the best one. You obviously have to test, but lead generation is probably going to be your best bet. So campaign, I always say that we are in a tribe here, the 30 in 30 tribe. So hopefully our paths are going to cross one day, and I get to see your campaigns, help you a little bit more. But if that happens, it's important that we speak the same language as members of the same tribe. So let's go ahead and do brackets, 30 in 30 recipe. And then today is episode 10, actually. Wow, we're doing this, huh? Episode 10, and then birthday add. Let's go ahead actually and add the objective here as well. So lead gen, right? So that is a way that we always know the ad here, the campaign name. So ad set, we're going to always do 1 for this campaign and do birthday in January, right? And then add 1. And I'm going to show you how this works for other months. So we're actually going to be doing this for January, right? So you're going to go over here to birthday in Jan, pick your page, and then your daily budget. Like I said, you can go with $10 a day. Start date. So this has to start. Let's start on January the 4th, and then maybe you run this for 10 days. So run for until the 14th. And then for locations, we want this to, let's say that we want this to run for people in, what do you say, Kansas City? Is that all right? Kansas City, Missouri. All right, so we have here the radius. We can go to maybe 15, maybe 10. Just do this over here. All right, let's remove Brazil. And then for age is really your ideal client profile. So if you want to target, let's say you want to target the early 30s to mid 40s. So you would do that here. Gender, if you want to target all men, women, that's up to you. But then really the trick here for this campaign is birthday. Go to birthday in January. So Facebook knows, because of the settings that someone has in their profile, when their birthday is. So now we're going to be targeting people that have a birthday in January. And that's why our ad is going to work, because it's going to talk about that. So birthday there. And then, so you see, we have 16,000 people that we're going to reach. And never mind this, people normally get confused because they say, oh, I'm going to reach 34 to 98 people and no leads. Don't worry, Facebook doesn't know all that. So let it run. You're going to get leads for sure. Right, so if you want, you can actually narrow your audience. This is a small trick that I want to show you. If you want to target only parents, you can, so birthday in January and parents. So you see, now you're targeting 5,900 people, okay? So ideally, you want to think about your ideal client. Are they married? Do they have kids? You know the campaign theme is going to be birthday in January, but perhaps you can also narrow to only parents, just because they're more likely to close with you, right? So basically you see your the sales that you do, and then if you see that all of the sales that you do are from parents, then you might be wanting to target only parents, right? So that's how you cross and you do the campaigns based like that. And you can even narrow even further. You can narrow by people that buy wine, so interested in wine. So now we have 2,600 people. So you see, the more you narrow, a smaller audience you're going to have. But what's my point here? My point is that if I'm trying to sell insurance, maybe life insurance, and it's easier to sell if they're parents, then I'm going to narrow by parents. And I want to sell to someone that have maybe a wine lifestyle, then I'm going to target by wine. That's how you do your combinations. The idea is that you get to a reach, the smaller reach that you can, and this is ultra targeted based on the geography here. So the more targeted you get, the more you're going to be able to saturate this audience with your message. And then you can go and expand. But ideally, you want this to start with a small audience like this. All right, so make sense? Now you can go and let automatic placements here because of the small audience. If you were in the thousands, like 50,000, maybe even more, then I would recommend that you go for manual placements and then remove in article and in stream. Those placements here, they normally eat a lot of your budget. But if you're going with automatic with a small audience, you're going to be good. All right, so never mind the things over here. We can go to add one and then begin to create our ad. So you're going to select your Instagram account, just because normally that's another thing that most people don't know. Because you're creating this campaign on Facebook and Facebook owns Instagram, this is actually going to run on Facebook as well. So you don't have to think about, oh, my audience is on Facebook, my audience is on Google. You don't have to think about that. Facebook is actually going to be smart enough to show the ad whenever they are active in their platform, and most likely to convert into a lead, because that's the objective that we set here in the campaign. All right, so what do we do now? We remove this, add media, add image, and I'm going too fast. I'm going to pick here, add ad, and then let's pick it here. So, all right, we got it. So this is how our ad is going to look like. So you see how it's going to stop the scroll, just because it's just not something that people would expect. And then I'm going to show you something that I learned from a guy called Nicholas Kusmich on how to write persuasive and good copy. So the first thing is you always want to start with a question, just because that creates an internal loop on our brains. Brains are wired to complete a thought process. So you want to create here a question. So the first line needs to end with a question mark. And that question ideally needs to have a yes as an answer. So it could be like this. I think that you have a birthday coming up. And I write. You see, do you remember the principles that I was telling you about? You have to create ads that you're actually talking to the person. So, happy birthday. I have a gift for you. My name is Ed. I am an insurance broker, and you can pick 3 options. You can pick 3 options. Pick one of 3 options as your gift. Click the button below and let me know what you want. Now, if you want this to be funny, you can add emojis, and then basically you're building rapport from this, right? So you can actually test other creatives. You can write other things here. I'm going to go with just one. And then for headline, pick your gift. All right? So that's how it's going to look like. And then for the call to action, you can just go get offer, or let's see, learn more. Any of those would work. Now you want to pick instant form. Okay, so let's go with this, and then create form. Now form name, let's give it a name. So birthday form. You want more volume. For intro, you don't need to add anything here. For questions, let's do multiple choice, and then pick your gift here. So this is the first thing that is going to pop up. So for headline test, we can actually do here headline, happy birthday. And then for questions, let's pick your gift here, multiple choice. First, it's going to be save, say $200 on auto insurance, or protect your family with the perfect life insurance, or what you want. Pick the best health insurance for your family, for you and your family. You see, that's the gift. If they pick here, they're already starting a conversation. So it's clever. It's not quote now. And then we're going to go with the profile questions. And then let me know how to reach you. So email, full name. You can actually add phone number here as well. Off you go. For privacy, you need to put your privacy policy here. Privacy. You can actually generate, if you don't have one, you can generate one pretty easily online. And then once they complete, Thanks. Now, this is the trick, and nobody does that, and you're leaving money on the table if you don't do it. You can say something like this. You are in luck. This month, there are a couple of special promotions going on. Do you want to learn more about them? Text me below. And then you can do a text me now or message me on WhatsApp. Then you do your WhatsApp link, which is https and then wa.me and then your number 913. And you do this. This is going to send a message directly on WhatsApp. And then you're going to go and hit publish. It's saying that you need to. Congratulations. Congrats on your birthday. Then publish. Let's see. It wants an image, so let's do this here as the image. All right, happy birthday. This should be good to go. And yep, it's good to go. The next thing you need to do is just close here, review and publish. So we'll go ahead, review and publish. It's publishing 1 of 3. And we're done. So I'm going to stop this now. Don't want this to run. But all you have to do now is do this once per month. Run for 10 days. Get your birthday boys there that are interested in saving on insurance or your. You see that story that I told you about the fishes? This is how the hook comes in. It is aligned with your audience. So when you do that connection, that's when it starts to work. That's when you start to generate warm leads from your marketing efforts. So you saw that you don't need a lead agency. You don't need to actually know about digital marketing to generate your own leads. All you have to do is keep coming back here because I'm going to be helping you in this journey. Sounds fair? All right, so I'll see you next Wednesday. And until then, do this campaign. Come back here next Wednesday. Let me know how many leads and how many sales you made out of this. See you. Bye.